I already pew-pewed my neighbor, and he still continues to be the neighbor from hell. I don't even know where to start. All this drama started last year, May 2024. There was a major storm that caused a lot of damage from fallen trees and light poles. We did our part in the cleanup and stacked the trees and limbs on the curb of our driveway. We have 3 driveways on our property, and we use one of the driveways we don't use so we wouldn't interfere with the street traffic. The neighbor across the street has 3 driveways for his property and also drives an 18-wheeler. This is where the issues started once again. I've always had problems with this neighbor when I would have company over, or if I simply leave my vehicle outside of my gate in my driveway. He would always yell or complain to move my or my company's vehicle so he could use my driveway to turn into his property. Also, the street has road signs stating no through trucks. After the cleanup of the storm and the next day, I was woken up by the police asking me on the phone if I could come clean up his place and they won't press charges. I was confused on what's going on, and the police are telling me that the neighbor is accusing me of throwing his wood trash back into his yard. I have no clue why I'm being notified about it and tell the officer it wasn't me, and that sucks that happened to him, but it's not me, and it sounds like a personal problem for him. The police left, and my neighbor starts filling his truck with the debris from the storm and dumps it in my main driveway. I have cameras. It records. I call the police, show them the videos. The police try to talk to him, but he stays locked up in the house and doesn't talk to them. We make a report with the police, and I don't think they did take it seriously because I couldn't find a record of it. I'll explain that later. The police just cleared my driveway and went on about their business. Later the same day, I leave my house, and I have a huge habit of always watching my rearview mirror and notice my neighbor's truck behind me. So I started to take erratic lane changes and turns to other streets to verify my suspicions. And when I started to make circles, I knew what time it was. He almost trapped me, and I had my pew-pew in my hand, but I saw an opportunity and took it to get away. The police station isn't far from where I was, and I was headed that way, but there was a telephone pole down and a police vehicle there, so I pulled up real fast, slammed on the brakes while honking at the officer. I get out in a hurry to explain the situation, and my neighbor pulls up as well and gets out arguing and walking towards me. Police officer is yelling at him to get the F back. Same police officer comes into this story later. I actually replay this moment a lot because maybe it could have been settled at this time. I leave and let the officer deal with him. I go back home. 30 minutes later, neighbor pulls back to his house, but before he stops in front of mine and tells me he's going to effing unalive me. I called the police to make a report, but decided to go to the station to make a report instead since it had been 4 hours since I called about the threat. Went to the station, made a report, had my witness with me. Of course, the police were nonchalant in taking my report and didn't seem too thrilled to be filling one out. But thankfully, it was recorded. July, we had a hurricane, which added more debris, and our city was very slow in cleanup efforts. August 2nd, come home. My main driveway has an automatic sliding gate, and I didn't have my remote, so I parked in the other driveway by where the debris is. At the same time, neighbor pulls up with his 18-wheeler directly behind my truck and gets out. I can tell he is on a mission. He walks it onto my property, and I yell at him to get back. I start walking fast towards the back of my property, and when I look back, he's running towards me. My cameras actually picked this up too. I get concerned in the back of my property, and he's already saying he's going to effing unalive me. All in one swift motion, I turn around, pull my handy pew-pew from holster, and popped him 3 times. 1 in the nuts. Oops, wasn't intentional. 2 in the arm. He tried to take another step, but then fell down and started to retreat back to his property across the street. I run into my house to make sure I'm safe and not going to get revenge Swiss cheese and call 911. Police show up, ask me to come out so they can arrest me, and blah, 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 even though I shot him on my property trying to attack me. Finally, the police speak to me and I inform them who I am, where I live, mention all the police reports that were made. The police can only pull up 2 of the reports out of the 5 I've made. One being the threat, thankfully the officer from May that was by the downed power line was there on the scene and remembered the situation to vouch for the 3rd report. Also, when police arrived, they caught the neighbor's daughter bashing all my truck windows with a bat. She also went to jail with me that night, LOL. I was charged with aggravated assault with a DW, had to spend $10K to bond out on a $100K bond, was on 24-hour house arrest for 4 months, $20K to a lawyer to have the case no-billed by the grand jury. The neighbor's daughter was charged with felony vandalism and had to pay me $5K. 2 months ago, I was doing some pruning and put the branches in my driveway again. The neighbor came out yelling and recording. I told him, I bet your ass won't come on my property again. I had the police show up and I explained my part, even the fact that he's been Swiss cheesed by me 3 times already. He still flicks me off when I come outside and he's cutting his grass. I can't help but laugh a little. Now that's funny. I will say, I'm glad it didn't get true billed. I'm surprised he's still messing with you. No. Oh, what do you even say to this? This is not normal behavior. Like, who does this? Oh, I have 3 driveways. You have 3 driveways, but I must use yours. And if you don't let me, my daughter's going to bust out your windows and I'm going to come attack you. No, thank you. He got exactly what he deserved. Apparently, he likes looking like Swiss cheese.